All right. Montanae Semper Liberi. This is Jerry Diamond, How to Get Out of Babylon. Why would you want to live in the interior highlands? Number 4. For anyone who reads a modicum of history, both parts of this question are rhetorical. Why highlands and why the interior? As to highlands, Montanae Semper Liberi is the state motto of West Virginia. Mountaineers are always free. Messiah said to flee to the mountains when you see these things begin to come on the earth. Should we need a better reference or admonition than that? Do we always need to understand everything, or do we just need to obey? Michael Rood once said, Yahweh will never give us more truth than we are willing to obey. When was Afghanistan last invaded and conquered? Never. It is known as the graveyard of empires. That's a rhetorical question, too. It is a graveyard of empires. The last empire to invade it was the evil empire, according to Ronnie Reagan's, the USSR. It fell. Small wonder. Now it is another empire's turn. You have to be exceptionally stupid as a nation to invade Afghanistan. We is. We've taken our shot at it as well. What did the Swiss tell Hitler when he asked what they would do if he invaded with a 1 million man army? Anybody know? They shrugged their shoulders and said, shoot twice and go home. He was smart. He didn't. Saved himself 1 million troops for use elsewhere. Russia invaded Finland in the Winter War. White winter. 700,000 skis, 700,000 skiers, 700,000 rifles, white camouflage, white death, according to Stalin. We sent 1.5 million men to Finland. 1 million never came home. One of the most lopsided wars in the history of mankind. 40-to-1 kill ratio, even though the Soviets had a supremacy of 1,000-to-1 in tanks and aircraft and everything else. And I'm losing battery rapidly. So we'll finish this up. In about 100 days, just one man killed 700 Russians who made the mistake of invading his homeland. And he was retired. He was a farmer. He got out his little carbine Mosin Nagant and waxed them. The Winter War ended as a victory for Finland. The Red Army captured a mere 22,000 square miles of territory and lost close to 1 million men, more than 40 times the number of Finnish casualties. Simo Häyhä received 5 medals for valor, including the prestigious Kola Cross, and was express promoted from corporal to second lieutenant. Throughout the war, Häyhä raked in a total of 505 confirmed sniper kills. In some sources, he's credited with 542. On top of this, he also mowed down 200 men with the Suomi 9mm submachine gun, bringing his total kill count to over 700 men in under 100 days. That's 7 kills per day. Nobody in history has ever been credited with more confirmed kills than Simo Häyhä. He was an unlikely war hero who used patience, cunning, and precision to defend his country, his home, his people, and his freedom from communist totalitarian oppression. He was an unstoppable killing machine, the likes of which the world has never known before or since. Look at the website badassoftheweek.com/Häyhä. They're full of bad language, but some are hilarious. Moral of the story is you have a better chance of survival in the mountains. That goes back millennia. Messiah knew that. An M1 Abrams tank can fire backwards while going 70 miles an hour accurately, going down terrain that would look like a cliff to you and I. Think Kansas, Minnesota, etc. will stop much of any kind of army, foreign or domestic? Not hardly. How about your local corrupt law enforcement? Highlands, mountainous terrain gives you great advantages. Basically, in the interior of the country's landmass, you are furthest from invasion, i.e. from the front line. And in the alleged George Washington Valley Forge vision, he sees the Republic invaded from all sides, both coasts and both borders. And he sees the inhabitants of the land being driven inland into a wedge-shaped pattern. And the Ozark Plateau, as seen from any direction, north, south, east, or west, crammed with people, would be seen as a wedge. So, all right. I'm going to call it quits for tonight because I am very tired and still in recuperation. So, alrighty, that's it. Hope you're listening. Hope you're blessed, and hope you take heed to these warnings, because with what's coming down, we might be seeing some drastic changes in our way of life very shortly, between now and the end of the year, if all signs and all statements are correct. So do some research on QAnon and the whole mass arrest thing allegedly coming up. I'll say allegedly, don't know. We don't know how it's all going to play out. Like I say, there's a million factors coming into play, and things could get ugly very rapidly. And as Pastor Joe Fox pointed out, when things break down, it's going to be